Hey everyone, I'm Around the Wheel. You're watching Lemmings Redux, and today we're starting with a level. You know, I had an inclination last time that I should stop before I got to the, I thought about going on a level after Temporary Peace, and I thought, nah, I'm just going to cut it off here. And I'm glad I did, because this is not a hard level, but it is kind of long-ish in its execution. It is one of my favorite Mayhem levels. I'm really glad to see it included in this pack. It makes me really happy. It is the kind of level, it looks really hard from a certain viewpoint if you've never played Lemmings before, but if you are used to how Lemmings works and you've kind of been looking at it and playing through the entire game as it was meant to be played, then you kind of get what you're supposed to be doing more or less intuitively immediately off the bat, and it's really well done, and it's one of my, like I say, just absolute most favorite levels in the game, because you only see it the one time. It's not a repeater, which always that also goes a long way in my book for being considered a good sound level, is if it does not repeat. So, all right, we'll let him hit, and then you just mine through this wall. It's a threat. It looks like a threatening wall, especially when you realize you don't have any floaters. That fact kind of comes into more stark relief in the original Lemmings, where there were spaces, there were like set spaces for all the tasks. And when you saw that floater gap and realized you didn't have floaters, you were like, oh my gosh, and then you were scandalized. But, and this is another one that kind of ran on a time limit. I think you had 4 minutes in the original to beat this one. So it also felt like you didn't have a lot of time to get over this really thick chunk of wall that didn't even allow you to float over it. It's, There's a lot of great design choices going on here. That, ooh, I might have really gone razor's edge with that decision there. Let's see if I did it right. That's fine. Okay, kind of figured. Do the classic bomber boobs there. I just coined that term. Copyright Round the Wheel 2020. Do not steal. Yeah, it's not a hard level, but it is really nice, and it's a good inclusion for this pack. I'm glad to see it in here. It is one of my favorite Mayhem levels. Lemtris, this is a Lemmings 2 level, because I think anyone who's worked with a Lemmings tile set has had this idea at some point in their life: save all of them with no bashers. So that's gonna come Talisman time, we're going to be revisiting this one, it looks like. So we've got all the classic Tetrominoes, all their, whatever you call them, Tetrominoes. I think that's the name these days. I seem to recall they used to be called Tetrads, and I kind of like that name better, but where is a good place for him to bonk his head and turn around? So, alright, okay, we'll let a climber go. Alright, we only have 4 of everything, which, you know, considering Tetris, that's makes a lot of sense. So I think we should try to kind of mine through what we can. Gonna go ahead and let him hit this one, this nasty piece right here. What was this piece ever good for? This is always the piece you get when you need a line, or this right here, the cube. What are they good for? They're good for nothing. They're bad for the Tetris ecosystem. I'm just kidding. All Tetris pieces have their place. Now, the really crazy game is Weltris. Sometimes... Oh, Weltris. That's actually... Weltris was actually the official sequel to Tetris, like, way back in the day. Will he be fine if he... I feel fine letting a... Oh, hey, he turned around. That's nice. So we'll go ahead and bash through the bottom here. We'll go ahead and take this one as a bashing opportunity. Alright, so you go here. And I think we'll mine through this one as well. Because we'll go ahead and then we'll build over this one. And that should leave us enough bashers, I think, to get through to the end. Alright, there you go. Alright, we do need the climber to do some work, though, so... Let's see, how do we want to handle this? Okay, this isn't a hard level. This is not a hard level by any means. It's just one where you gotta kind of piece out your tasks. So... I think we'll go ahead and, we'll go ahead and build from a place where he'll be able to get over this. Yeah, I think he should be able to walk. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's what we wanted. Sort of, yeah. Because we want him to just go through there. We've only got 2 builders left, though. So... Wow, but maybe I didn't come from far enough back, actually. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's much better. Alright, so you go through there. And then he will, how do we want him to handle this? We're going to give him 2 more builders for this task. We're going to go ahead and let him... We're going to go ahead and let him hit and turn around so that he'll then go up this wall. He should be fine. Yeah, I was going to say, there's a little nook there that he should have been able to climb up and over, but then while I was talking, I missed the other one. So we want him to build just so it touches that. Very nice. I think with enough time, I could kind of piece this together. No pun intended. When we come to do it talisman, good old talisman style. Yeah, we definitely want to mine from right there. And then we're gonna, I think before we let everybody else out, we're gonna go ahead and, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and let him climb over and then come back so that he can bash his way through. Because if we let everyone bash their way through right now, we will, well, I don't suppose it matters, because then we can, yeah, he can just come this way, and yeah, we can let everybody out now. It ends up using an extra basher, but we have so many extra tools that really it doesn't matter at all at this point. We can go ahead and just let you come through, and see they go this way. And a few people will turn around and get stuck in this hole right here, but because we left ourselves enough bashers, they can just bash their way out. And we end up saving everybody that way, which is very nice. We didn't have to kill anyone. I don't really know why you would end up killing lemmings in this level. There's the climber walking among friends. It's always nice when the person who did all the work doesn't have to be a straggler. He could share in the glory with the other common walkers. Alright, we saved everybody. Very good work. Limtris has been defeated. Maybe someday we'll get to play Limtris Sphere or Limtris DS. Watch out, there's traps about. A taxing level. This one is fun. This is one you never see again. This is a non-repeater from the original Lemmings, which I always have a certain amount of respect for those. But I can see that there's no real way to make it into an easy level, so I can see why it never repeated. It's got kind of a very unique makeup. How's the 10-ton thing animated? Does it kind of bob up and down? Oh, this thing bobs up. I thought the 10-ton masher would bob up and down. So how... There's a definite way to this. You just kind of want to... How's a good way to go about this? You get plenty of like tasks and stuff, so I'm not super worried about it. Oh yeah, and I can kill a lot of lemmings, so might be nice to establish blockers first, because that is a thing we are allowed to do in this particular level. So let's go ahead and all right, let's get the release rate going. Got to get everybody coming out at this point. So we got, what have we got? Show me what we've got. Okay, yeah, everybody's out now, so we can kind of, so we can start digging our way. Did I... Huh, I screwed that up somehow. Huh. Somebody started digging that wasn't the miner, evidently. And then, okay, so now all we gotta do is get going. Alright, let's get him going. Then somebody coming in from the left can go ahead and, chip through that. Okay. Alright, he's gonna build. Somebody is going to mine through this so that they don't follow him. There we go. Very good. It should not take 8 builders to accomplish the rest of what we need to get done here. So let's go ahead and bash through the rock. He won't walk entirely over it. I guess I could have bashed there because I could have made him a climber and he would have gone over this spot. So I guess I didn't need to waste the builders there, but you know what? There's going to be a lot of oh-noing going on here. There we go. little bit of Jiffy Pop action there. Alright, so now we're going to build from this little bitty high blade of grass right here. Oh, is he going to make it over that? That's a little dicey. Whew! Yeah, they don't have to actually touch the light. They just have to be within range of that little spot, which can be a little bit spooky at times. Alright, and you go there. And I'm going to allow you to save yourself, Mr. Lemming. You have acquitted yourself nicely. I have decided to spare you. So you're going to build again from here. That way nobody ever has to look at that nasty thing again. So then they will build to patch this up, and we should be out of here. Or I can just bash through here like the original plan was. Guess there's nothing wrong with that. We'll let Mr. Single White Lemming bash through there. Alright, go ahead, man. Get your friends and your comrades to the exit. Walk over the bear trap tent. See the horrors of the blinking bear trap. There are traps about, and we dutifully avoided all of them. Good job, us. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 traps in this level that I can see. 5 if you count splatting distances as a trap, though it's not really an animated sort of trap. Moving on, the zany difficulty is not presenting too much of a problem so far. Compression method 1. This one's been changed a little, aesthetic-wise. So that you can see the mashers now. So there's actually a glitchy way to do this that I used to do when I was a kid, and I think I've explained it before. I do like this aesthetic change, though. This is really nice. So what we want to do... Alright. How best to do this? So you got 40 lemmings. You can only kill 10. Best way to do this, generally, is to... Alright. 1, 2, 3... Okay, yeah. So we're going to get 1 blocker over here. Alright, you go ahead and you go here. So now what we want to do is we want to get them all together in a nice little tight bit. Okay, most of them are already together, so that's really nice. And what we want to do... Alright. They're all going to kind of wander their way, I think. I think this is more or less the way you want to do this. Okay, how... Okay, he's going to... Somebody is going to dig. Okay, what we want to do... Alright, I'm going to take this from about here. Alright. Alright, so they're walking. Okay, that's not quite what I had in mind. But... Alright, so let's go ahead and bomb the... No, we're gonna need him to... Okay, yeah, that should be good. Alright, we're gonna pop ourselves a little hole right here. Alright, so we're gonna bash our way out now. But they're all compressed in a way. This is what the compression method is. Legitimately speaking. There's a way I used to... Well, no. This doesn't really work that well either. I should have done it on a way different side. I'm I'm going to give myself a clean start. Alright, so... I wish you could build... Wish you could build your way up over this, but you really can't. I'm going to go ahead and... I wish there was a better way to do this. I don't think I'm thinking clearly. But I'm going to go ahead and bash through here. I don't know why this is so tough for me all of a sudden. I'm kind of having a brain fart. The way I used to do this... Let me just talk about the way that I used to do this real quick. The way that I used to do this level was I had a version of the game where you could glitch through steel if you bashed through less than half of it. So what I would do is I would dig right here, and then I would bash to the right. And if you caught more of the marble than of the steel, he would go all the way through. And that's what I thought the compression was, like compressing the steel into the marble to make something you could bash. That's how my brain justified it. And it eliminated enough of the splat height right here that they all just walk to the exit. You can save 100% that way, I think. There seems to be a little bit of a... There seems to be a little bit of a task decrease here. I seem to remember you could have builders here. I could be wrong, but... Alright, let's go ahead and get you all into a nice little hole. Alright, that should be more or less okay, I think. If not, I'm gonna have to give this a think. Because I don't think you have as much to solve this level with as you used to. Call me crazy, but things were a little different back in the day. Okay, yeah, this is gonna hurt a lot of lemmings, and I think we may lose too many here. And if that's the case, 2, 3, yeah. So we're losing 3 apiece every time we go through here. We got to get them tighter than that, essentially. So yeah, we've killed too many lemmings at this point to complete the level. Yeah, I'm gonna need to stop and think about this for a second, because I'm fairly certain this has been tweaked to be a little bit more of an engage with the proper solution level. Let's just go ahead and save what we've got and give ourselves the failure state, because I think I need a fresh slate to think from. Better rethink your strategy before you try this level. You don't have to tell me that, game. I know. Alright, here is what I now propose instead. So let's go ahead and let him block right there. That's going to let everybody... We're going to let everybody bash through to the left. If they will actually take me up on this. There we go. And we'll let everybody get down in there real quick. That's about as compressed as it gets, I do believe. Oh yeah, that's an excellent compression method. There we go. Get everybody down into this little nook here. And once he is done, we're going to blow him up. So that should make a group of only... Oh yeah, that's a group that will only activate the mashers once every time they walk by. And that should save the amount that we need to. 37, 36. Oh yeah, we are golden at this point. Very good. Okay, it's just about thinking, how can you get it as tight as you can? And there's always a way. These people are smart who put together these levels. Both the people who made the actual original professional levels and the people in the custom scene. They're all smart people. They all know how the game works. Arguably the custom people better than the original creators. I think the original creators would really be thrown for a loop if they ever played some Neo Lemmings levels. Their eyes would melt. Let's do one more level. No Time for a Detour from Genesis Lemmings. I don't remember this one. Is there something about this one that, are there fire traps or something? Because it looks like they can just walk to the exit as it is. Is there something I'm missing? No Time for a Detour. One of everything, and you gotta save everybody. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and see. Something is up here. Okay, there's a fire trap. Okay, I'm gonna let them walk because I want to see what Oh, there's 1 minute to do it. That's the... That's the detour part. Okay. So what you probably want to do... Okay, you got one lemming. Okay, let's back this up then. Okay, so... You can probably just have someone block, right? Get them all in a line there. And then get them, Okay, digging is not quite the ideal way to do this, probably. Oh, wow, that is definitely not how you do that. Let's go ahead and let you do that. I don't really think that's going to get it done. Mining is a really slow process, and I think I'm going to have to use more tools than that to get it done. Well, maybe not. Maybe you can just use a miner, a digger, and a... Oh, wow. I think we're... Oh, gosh. I think the only question is, can they walk 20 seconds? That is definitely a 20-second walk. I think I cheesed this. I think you're supposed to use a lot more than what they gave you there. I thought mining would be too slow to handle this, but apparently it's just fine. Well, on that really anticlimactic note, we needed 98, we saved 99. I bet there might even be a way to save 100. That could have been a prime talisman level, maybe. Well, you might have to change some job assignments around, but... Yeah, well, another 1 minute level that ended up being far easier than anticipated. And that is going to be that level today, or that episode. That's that level, and that's that episode. We need to wrap it up. I feel myself losing the ability to talk here.